Hello?
All right, I think we're ready. So I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you right now.
All right.
All right. Hey, Steve.
I'm here.
All right, I got Willie on the line, so we're good.
Hey,
Hey,
everybody.
what's going on, man?
What's up, everybody? This is Coach Stokes from Marine to the Concrete, live from the West Coast, California, the Bay Area. I got my special guest, Willie Mongoose Monroe. This is very near and dear to my heart, man, because, those of you know me, out here on the West Coast, I'm always representing with a New York fitted hat or some type of New York paraphernalia. And this is my man.
Right.
This is my man from my hometown, Rochester, New York. This is my man, Willie. How you doing, baby?
I'm doing good. How you feeling, brother?
Can't call it, man. Another day, man. Looking forward to seeing you in about, another week is it going to be?
Yep, another week, another 8 days. What is it? What's the day? The 9th? The 8th? The 9th? One of them. Another 8 days, 9 days.
So, everybody, this is also near to my heart, too. Is why I want to let you know he has his publisher on the phone, my man Julio Jordan. What's up, Julio?
What's going on?
Man, I can't call it.
The Rock is in the building.
The Rock is in the building. ROC. That's right. All day, every day. This is really big near to my heart. Because as I was telling Julio, I don't know if we told you or not, Willie, man. I got a lot of boys in Philly, a lot of family in Philly that I used to box with, and as soon as we heard that the fight was gonna be happening, my phone was ringing off the hook. And man, when you from the Rock, man, it's like people was always saying, "Yo, I'm from New York, I'm from New York." But when they say upstate New York, it's like, "Oh, you from the burbs, this and that." And like I was telling Julio, I said, "Yo, Rochester, if you blindfold somebody and take them from like any one of the boroughs in New York City, you still swear you still in one of the boroughs, man, because that's just how gritty and grimy Rochester is."
Right.
So
well, I mean, like my grandfather used to always say, man, don't wake them, let them sleep.
Right. So get back to my point, man. I've been getting a lot of people calling me about this fight. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my boys is saying, of course they got the Philly pride, but then there's a few that I know out there like, yo, Gabe is destined for another L on his record, man. And I'm just gonna go ahead and start this interview off, man. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, I got Willie L. Mongoose Monroe from Rochester, New York. 20 wins, 2 losses. Coming off a very great look off John Thompson back in June of this year. Getting ready to fight Gabe Rosario at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Yo, man, what's going on, man? Let everybody know a little about you, Willie.
Well, everybody know me, man. Mongoose, fast reflexes, southpaw, lefty, flashy. Always like to have fun, man.
Okay. Just briefly, just quick moment, man. Getting to this fight. What is going to be different with this fight, vice all your other fights, man? Because I saw the smack talking kind of back and forth, not from you, but from Gabe on Twitter and things of that nature, man. So what is going to be different for you as far as you training this time? How has it been?
It's just the venue that I'm excited about. The venue, the opportunity, the moment. Like I said many times before, this isn't the way I envision getting on pay-per-view, but nevertheless, I'm here, so I'm blessed. On the same token, I mean, him talking smack. If that's what he does. He does that every fight. You know what I mean? If you watch him when he fought Kid Chocolate, you watch him when he fought Jalen Love. Like they did the whole getting up in each other's face, and like I'm just not down for that. You know what I mean? You know about Rochester. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to sound too grimy. But we from the city that we shoot first and then we ask questions at the funeral. You feel what I'm saying? We ain't really down to be talking.
That's right.
So. I ain't really, I'm not good with the smack talk. That's never been my thing, you know what I mean? But whooping ass is my specialty. So come September 17th, he'll have, he talks a lot, but he'll have 32 minutes, or less. Depends on how long I decide to let him do whatever he say he wants to do.
Right. And speaking back on his previous fights, he's fought a lot. Oh, well, I'm not gonna say he's fought big names, but he's never won against any of the big names. He's always been, to me, kind of like a a high price opponent. You know what I'm saying? They bring him in,
Right.
and he always loses. When you both of you guys fought Gennady Golovkin, and and both of you lost to him. But what I would say is, you didn't lose to him in a fashion. You did very well against Gennady Golovkin, without a doubt, man. I'm not just saying that shit. Excuse my language, just because you from the Rock. You did, and a lot of my boys told me that. But when he fought Gennady, he got punished, man. He got punished real bad, man. So
yeah, it was a bloodbath.
What would you say your strengths are against his weaknesses?
It's simply intelligence, man. This dude is. I mean, you could tell he's a jerk. You know what I mean? He's an a-hole. Like all he wants to do, he likes to go in there and mix up a dog fight and try to make things physical. But everybody know your mind is a general. You feel what I'm saying? So
right.
As long as my mindset and my intellect is light years ahead of him, which I know it is, I'll be able to take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can, like my grandfather always told me, you can overpower some guys, but there are going to be guys more powerful than you. You can outspeed some guys, but there are going to be guys that are faster than you. You know what I mean? You can have great timing, but there may be someone more better timing than you. But you can outthink anybody.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You may not be able to overpower everybody. You may not be able to outspeed everybody. But you can outthink anybody, and that's what boxing is. Boxing is a thinking man's sport. You know what I mean? He's emotional. You know what I mean? Like he gets on the phone, he curses, he gets at the press conferences, he loses his mind, he cusses, he gets all wild and stuff. I mean, like you signed the contract. The fight gonna happen. There's nothing else to really be emotional about or be all uptight about. You know that you're gonna fight.
Yep.
So what's with the whole preliminary thing? That's him. He lets his emotions get in the way. You know what I mean? So.
Okay, definitely. I understand that.
Like a female on her period all the time.
Subliminally, I definitely understand that, man. I understand that, brother. Hey, I understand that, definitely, without a doubt. You know what? Hey, let me ask you this, because I get kids coming to me all the time, man. Whether it's on the streets or in the gym, and they always ask me like, maybe they seen you fight, and it's like, man, you know what? I wanna fight just like Willie. They don't understand the dedication and the time and effort that it takes. But not only that, though, man, the behind the scenes, the tough things that boxers got to deal with on a daily basis, man. Could you just break it down for these young kids, man? Because I got a lot of young listeners. What are some key points to being successful as a professional boxer, man?
Number one is belief in yourself. You know what I mean? And I'm not too religious, but I'm spiritual. I do believe in God. You know what I mean? I do believe in a higher power, a higher being. Mm-hmm. Belief in yourself, man, but belief in a higher being, man, and being willing to put up with what comes with it. Belief in yourself goes a long way. One great speaker said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're probably right. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's all about, what you intend, your power of intention. What do you intend to do? So it's a dedication. Are you willing to put up with the hard work, the long days, the early mornings, the late nights? There's so much that you have to put up with, and the higher up you go, the worse it gets. People think the higher up you go and the more money you get, the easier it gets worse. And it's about your mental, your psychological, your spiritual threshold,
Right. Definitely. So definitely you can't have that quit in you, man. You gotta be 100% all the time, all day and day, correct?
Always, man. Always. Even when it don't look good.
Okay. Hey, I know you got a lot of people that want to talk to you. Will, I just got a couple more questions if you don't mind me asking, brother. I just want to know, man.
Oh, go ahead.
I just want to know, man. What are some of your goals? To have in the sport of boxing, man. Being that you back on that level again, man. So, what are some things that you definitely aim to do this year and next year?
I definitely aim to grab a world title before 2017, by the time we get into 2017, because we're pretty much at the end of 2016, and everything is picked right now. So I definitely want to win multiple world titles. Hopefully I can unify the middleweight weight class. And God willing, I'll unify. I'll probably go up to super middle. And I just want to, number one, encourage other people, not just fighters, other people. I want people to look at my walk of life and what I've been through in and outside of the ring and say, yo, if I can do it, if that kid can do it, I can do it.
No.
Because I truly believe that's why God gives us different gifts. You know what I mean? And, my gift is that of athleticism, and the arena I chose is boxing. And, if God gives you a gift and you're selfish with your gift and you don't use it the way God intended for you to use it, and your gift is just as good as that. So I'm hoping I can encourage people and make people say, I can work hard, I can have dedication, I can be proud of who I am and where I come from.
Outstanding. Young men and women out there, listen to this young man. He's been in the game. He's coming from a proven lineage, background, when it comes to boxing. And, I really believe in everything that he says. So just listen to what he's telling you, because, he's speaking nothing but the truth. Last thing before I wrap it up, Willie, I have a question that I ask everybody, man. And it's a three-part question, and I just want to hear from you, man, because, being that you're a fighter, I know that you're a student of the game and you love the game. So this question is this, Willie. Who are your favorite boxers when it comes to offense, defense, and ring generalship?
My favorite offensive fighter is Roy Jones.
Okay.
And Tommy Hearns.
Oh yeah.
Offense, yeah. Roy Jones, Tommy Hearns, and Mike Tyson. Everybody likes Tyson. How could you not like Tyson's offense?
Right.
My favorite defensive fighters are will probably be Roy Jones, because Roy Jones made you miss. Sugar Ray Leonard. Ali.
Right.
Pernell Whitaker.
Without a doubt.
And Hector Camacho Sr.
Oh yeah. You talking about vintage Hector Camacho, like when he without a doubt.
Him and Pernell Whitaker were winning the same, man. They were only difference between Pernell and Hector Camacho is one was black and one was Rican. That's all.
That's it, brother. That's it.
They both were lefties. They both had great movement. They were both hard to hit. And they were both very offensive off their defense. Hector Camacho and Pernell Whitaker and Roy Jones and Sugar Ray Leonard. My favorite all-around fighter,
yes,
would probably be like ring generalship would be Roy Jones, Sugar Ray Leonard.
So Roy was the one that had major impact in your career.
Yeah, that was my idol growing up, man. Roy Jones and Sugar Ray Leonard were the two fighters. I watched a little bit of everybody, all the way back to the Ray Robinson, the Kid Gabriel, the Kid Chocolates, the Willie Pep. I watched all of the old fights all the way up until now, but, my favorite fighters are Sugar Ray Leonard and Roy Jones.
Got you. Willie, I really appreciate the time that you gave me, man. You and Julio for making this happen, man. I always say, before I even, coach any one of my fighters, deal with anybody, I let them know I'm a fighter first, because boxing is what brought me into the sport, man. Pretty much would saved my life and got me off the streets of, Rochester,
right,
man. So I just want to tell you, man, my advice to you is just to keep enjoying, every movement that you got going on in this journey, man, because you know what, brother, man, everything that you're going through right now, man, you probably notice is going to be a testimony for you in the future, man. It's gonna be a young man, a young lady, or somebody that's gonna be like, I'm going through the same shit, man, and you're gonna be like, yo, I went through that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So keep enjoying your moment, man. But most importantly, celebrate your victories and continue to do what you love, man. Because OG told me a long time ago, when you stop being green, you end up dying, man. And when you die, man, then you ain't got nothing else to live for. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So, with that said, man, and I really appreciate the time. Julio, my man, I really appreciate you for making this happen, baby.
No doubt, and no doubt. Yo, can I say one thing? Because there's something that you mentioned earlier that you asked Willie about, what advice would he give to the kids and to the younger generation?
Yes, sir.
That's trying to grow up, and what should they model themselves after? And I think that one thing that I want to say from my perspective, not just because I'm part of the team, but Willie has the strongest work ethic. I'm talking about an individual that wakes up and all he thinks about is conditioning and training. He goes to sleep thinking about conditioning and training. When you want something in this life, when you want something and you want it bad enough, you put everything aside and you go out there and get it. And I can personally, attest to the fact that Willie is one of those individuals that he goes out there and he lives it. He's the type that he'll go and he'll grab a little salad to eat because he don't want to eat too heavy, and then he'll run 6 miles just because he feels guilty about it. That's the type of individual that he is.
Right.
And when you want to make it, when you want something so bad, you don't let nothing come between you and that ultimate goal. And Willie is a prime example of that. We're talking about drug-free. We're talking about party-free. We're talking about somebody that not only lives it, talks about it, but actually does it. He's a role model not only to individuals here in Rochester, New York, but throughout the world, but most importantly, to his 2 kids, to Gabriel and to Denasia. And that's where it starts, man. When you're doing that and you're being that role model, you're being that individual who carries himself in a certain light, everything will just come, and you just got to keep fighting and keep moving forward, man. And that's basically it. So I just wanted to just throw that in there real quick because I think it ties into what you were talking about. And I thank you for the time too, man.
Hey, fellas, right before we end, man. Hey, Willie, you have people that may want to follow you and see what you're doing, or because that will be fans, or maybe still are fans of you right now. So how can they follow you on social media?
They could follow me on Twitter at Willie Monroe Jr. and they could follow me on Instagram at Willie_Mongoose_Monroe Jr. But I'm pretty sure if you just put my name in on Instagram, it'll come up too. Okay,
Julio, just give you some more business, baby. You probably got some fighters out there that's listening. Do you just not dabble with? Do you just deal with boxers? Do you deal with any and everybody in sports and entertainment?
Right now, honestly, it's a family thing, man. I'm exclusive to Willie Monroe Jr. Who knows what the future holds? Gotcha. But right now, we're in-house, family-orientated organization, man. And it's the Brick Boys. We've got everybody in the Brick Boys, and I'm going to shout them out real quick. Lucky Davis. We got TJ, Fight Factory Nolan, Trent Monroe, David D. Will Williams, Chris Good News Caldwell. We got Joe Vickers, Armando Munoz, man, and we're really just a self-contained unit. So honestly, at this point, I don't foresee myself going anywhere or working with anyone but my brother. And that's it. About as well I can get.
Ladies and gentlemen, hey, I tried for you. Maybe if you can find him on social media yourself, you can bang down his doors. But as you see, he's exclusive right now to Willie Monroe. Yo, hey, fellas, how can I get a Brick Boys T-shirt or something? I'm from the Rock, man. I represent out here in on the West Coast.
Well, we'll set it up. We'll talk about that offline now. I'll definitely make sure that you get taken care of.
No doubt.
We got you, so you can rep out in the Bay Area.
No doubt. I be doing it all. They be hating on me out here too, but I don't be caring.
Yeah, that's what it is. You gotta rep wherever you at. It's not where you're from. It's not always where you're from, it's where you're at, but you always gotta remember where you come from.
That's right, man. That's right. Well, fellas, hey, I would say good luck, but good luck is for suckers. Willie, do what you got to do, man. Punish this cat. You know what I'm saying? And baby, hopefully we can make it happen. Hopefully we can do a post-fight interview. All right?
Most definitely, man. That'll definitely happen, bro. Thanks for having me.
No doubt. Hey, one love. Hey, thank you, Julio. I'll talk to you later.
No doubt, man.
Peace.
Lockers in the building. 585, stand up. Peace.
No doubt. Peace.
History in the making. Raw sports boxing, reppin' big star. We got Coach Stokes, Sammy the Bull Mayhem, Headbangers Boxing, Darkside Damien, Abdullah Hurricane, Noah the Bullet, Amir Blue Banger, Mouth Entertainment, and we can't forget Cousin Larry Tank for connecting them dots.
You gon' remember
Raw
my
sports boxing.
name.